Hey, what's up? It's your girl Plum Bob Siren. I'm here today with a video series I'm calling Sims Basics, where I demonstrate some examples of some things in The Sims 4 that might seem basic, but others might struggle with, especially if you're just starting out. Today's video is about landscaping. Jump right into the game so I can help you spruce up your next build. So here we are in a little house with a very simple grass lawn. The first thing I do is come into the terrain paint and get some dirt. I choose the muddy mud because I like the color of it. And then I come in and I gently tap underneath the house. You can use a straight line if you want to. I tap because I'm afraid of going off course and getting mud everywhere, get it real gross and muddy. But I also soften this. Notice I changed the softness of the mud brush. I think changing the softness of your terrain paints can make a big difference in your build. I also do the same thing under the fence, but I made it even softer because I think grass would still grow under the fence. It's just realistic that way. And then you'll see right here in a minute, yeah, I make it a little bit harder again to come under the house some more. And I do it all around the house, every side of it. The next thing I do is I adjust the softness and change the shape to round so I can mark where I want to put my plants. I find this to be a little helpful. It helps you map out how much space you want to fill up with all your plants. In this build, I'm only doing the front yard, so I just mark the front yard. I'm doing both sides, and this house is a little uneven. One side's a little longer than the other, so that's going to be kind of exciting to work with instead of having to be symmetrical. So the first plant I get is the high hedge, one of my favorites, very versatile. And as you can see, it doesn't really fit here, so I'm doing this. It is completely optional, but I do put bb.move objects on. It just makes it a little easier for placing plants on top of each other and within each other, and bushes against the wall. I also shrink it down a little so it fits just a little better. And as you can see there, it went into the wall a little bit, so make sure to press Alt and make sure it's not sticking into the walls, otherwise you're going to have leaves in your living room. And then I say my other favorite plant. They're all my favorite plants. I don't use a lot of the plants I dislike. But I'm using these yellow low-lying flowers. And I am holding Alt and Shift. Alt to free place and to freely rotate. And Shift is so I don't have to go and click on the bush again. It will just automatically duplicate. And here I am coming in with some hydrangeas. I think they're very pretty and exciting. I like the pop of color, but it's not overbearing. I also love sizing down the same bush and putting them together because it has the familiar look of each other, but the variety of the different sizes. And then, of course, the green grass. I think the green grass is essential for yards because it kind of just adds extra stuff. So it's not just dirt underneath that bush, that plant, you know, that it's grass. It looks a little better. That low-lying fern, classic, you know. I think it just fits really well there. But you got to be careful because that one sticks through the walls way more than everything else. And then I come in with the wild grass. I think it just adds a little extra right in front of the porch there. I think it isn't too much either. It's not too bad. But I do like a little pop of color in my builds. You can use all greens if you want to, but I love having a little bit of flowers in there. So the Passion's Kiss and the little yellow flowers there are great. And here I am coming in with, for real, my favorite, this time for real. The Wildflowers add so much to a build because it has that grass and it has that pop of color, and it's not too much, but it adds so much fun. It's very whimsical to me, and I love that. So here I am coming in with some pavement because who wants just grass in front of your stairs? You got to have something to walk on. My favorite is the cobbled together. It's just kind of like having gravel. In fact, that's very classic. But I also do a little bit of the scratchy in patches. Right next to it, I make it real small and soft, but I just come and lightly tap lightly tap that on there because I feel like if you have a yard with gravel on it, your grass is kind of dying underneath it. So you're going to want to come in and make it look a little more sad. No, it looks good. I think it looks a little more realistic that way. So I am coming back in with the muddy mud. This is not the last time we'll see that muddy mud either. I use it a lot because I feel like, when there's plants and whatnot, there's going to be mud underneath them. That's just how the world works. Here I am coming in with some rocks. I like the rocks they have. I feel like they could definitely use some more. Like 5 rocks for base game is not a whole lot of rocks, but if you rotate them differently and you play with the sizes, you have more options than you think you do. So here I am just kind of placing those around the plants a little bit, kind of adding that variety in there. Here I am picking out some trees. I almost forgot them, but I did not. I do try to choose trees that look like they belong in the world I'm building in. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to come from that pack, but you're not going to see me putting cactuses in Willow Creek unless like it's maybe in like a pot or something. But I also don't forget to move your mailbox back to like a normal place. It's always on the side when they start out. I did put mine on kind of a silly little angle, but I think it's kind of cute. I'm putting some plants and rocks underneath the trees so they're a little more exciting. If they're just out and about, they look a little out of place, I think. And then again, that muddy mud coming back through and just making it look a little more realistic. That it would be a little dirty under the tree, I think. And there we have it. A pretty decent landscaped yard. If you found this video helpful, please like it. And if you have something that you struggle with in The Sims 4, comment down below because I am going to be making more videos like this. So make sure to subscribe so you can see them. Thank you so much for watching. Dag dag!